and welcome you back again to another video lecture in C++ programming. And in this video lecture, we are going to look at multiple functions. So ability to create so many functions, and then we'll call that function right inside the main function. So this is our main function right here, and you can go ahead and create other functions of your own choice. And then you come right inside here and call them one by one. Let me teach you how to do that. It's very important that you learn it. So I'm going to create a function. I want to call that void. So it's going to go with void because it is not returning anything. Except it's going to return something, then it doesn't go with void. So void means does not return. So more say void. Let me call that from part 1. Alright, I call that void from part 1. This means is that you can be able to give your function any name of your own choice, depending on what you're working on. Okay, let's say you're working on a vehicle, you can say that void brake, or void engine, or void steering, or seat, or headlamp, or anything. So let me call that void engine. Okay, then I'm going to open in brace and close brace, and right in there, everything is going to be written. So all my programs for this engine will be there. So depending on whatever you're working on. So I can go ahead and say count. Then I'm going to put the quotation mark, and I'm going to say this is a function for car engine. Alright, so this is a function for car engine. You see that? Then go ahead and close that. End line. Close semicolon at the end. I can go ahead and write anything right inside this. Anything can be written right inside this. So I can go ahead and put space. Okay. And end line. So plus semicolon at the end. So I can go ahead and create another function again. I'm going to call that, let's say, void motor. Anything, just anything of your own choice. Then see out. I'm just saying this is the function for the motor. Alright, so how do I school? Remember to put your close brace, okay? Then go ahead and give this anything I want. So you can call that to be amazing function. Well, I covered that amazing function. Now I can create any function. Let's call another one void book. Just anything. Alright, so you can create as many more, you can just create more. I say void message. So void message. out. Hello world message. So hello world message. End line, so that is all. Now if I run this code, this will not be executed, okay? I'm going to have this executed. This is the main function. Let's go ahead and do that run. Check it out. You see there are multiple functions alone was executed because we've not called other functions. Alright, now let's go ahead and call other functions and see how it's going to work out fine. I believe that is going to be interesting. So let's say inside these multiple functions, I'll go ahead and see to call these functions. I don't need to put C out again. I'll just go ahead and call engine. You see that? Full semicolon. Then next one is moto. Full semicolon. And next one is book. Full semicolon. And message. Full semicolon. So what this shows is that whatever you write inside here will be printed out. So you can write so many bunch of code and all be printed out. The reason of creating multiple functions is to help you to organize your code. Okay. You can create different functions so that whenever you are debugging, you can go and check out the function that is having the challenge and be able to adjust it. But when you write everything just under the main function, and we are beginning to debug, you're going to have some issues. And this is the case we are building a very big software company. Alright? Or we have a very massive client request that you need to write a very big bunch of code. I would advise you to create different functions and call them one by one right inside the main function. Now let's go ahead and write something else to show that you can write something after the functions. Okay? Let's say this is the end. Alright, so this is the end of the multiple functions. So this is the end of the multiple functions. And I'm gonna put this, let's say, end line. Alright, so now let's run this code. And check it out, build and run, and that is coming. So build and run, let's check. It says, why is this pointing here? Alright, so this is pointing because you missed one more step. Okay, and that's what I need to tell you. You can copy all this function. Let me show you one thing. Let me copy all this function right here, cut them out. Alright, let me just cut them from here. Cut them out. If I write this program before the main function, I can cut them and they'll execute. Let's check it out again. I have written this, and then the next one is the message. Okay, so the message, there's an error here because there's no semicolon under the book. Okay. So there should be a semicolon at the end of all this. So if I run this code, let's check it out. It's going to work out fine. Then I'm going to teach you the next time because you need to know everything about this. Let's check this out. It's coming. You can see multiple functions. This is a function for a car. This is for the first one. I'm going to put this by the side. So the first one here, void engine. This is the function for car engine. See there? And this is the dash that we put here. That is the next one right here. Now, the next one is void moto. This is a function for the moto. Amazing function, check it out here. This is a function for the moto, amazing function. Now, void book. This is the function for book right here. And, hello world message right here. Then, the last one I wrote right inside the main function is right here. Okay. Now you ask me, why didn't it work out? Must it be always on top? No. Now, let's go ahead and put this back to where it is. Can you see that? It is back here. But if I run this, it's not going to work out fine. Check it out. that's an error. The error is because if you write your functions below the main function, you go above the main function again, right? Go below above the main function, right below namespace, and call these functions one by one. So I'm going to come back here and call them as a void, or call them void engine. And because all of them are void, so I'm going to use just one void. Because I have void engine, void myrtle, void book, and void message. But if you have one that returns, you're going to call that separately. So I have void engine, void myrtle, comma, void book, comma, then void message. And then put a semicolon at the end. Now we're going to run this, and this error we wiped off, and the code will be printed out. Check it out. So we see how void book, no semicolon right here. Okay, so whenever you have a semicolon below, check the first above where the error is, and you see that there is no semicolon there. So go ahead and put a semicolon right there around this code and check it out. Alright, so you can see that it's printed out right now, and everything works out perfectly well. Okay, so you can write your functions above the main function and call it inside the main function, and it's going to work out fine. Or you write them below the main function, and then you call them above the main function, and then inside the main function. I hope everything is okay. I'll close this. Go ahead and close this. The code just valid before you. Put this in your fingertips because we are going to work with this. Okay, so if there's any question under this video lecture, please go ahead and use the question and answer section, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video lecture.